July, dude. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. For syncing purposes, that's always necessary. So let's see. First set starting off, guys, on match point. Definitely Terran favorite. We saw the stats there for a little bit. 10 wins to Terran, 5 to Zerg. We're going to have Jaedong at the upper right-hand position at the 1 o'clock. As the red Zerg, going to have Flash at the bottom left-hand position. As the green Terran, 7 o'clock. First set of the Nate MSL 2009-2010 MSL finals. So, woot!
Woohoo! Woot, woot, woot. Oh, man. Match point. 2-player map. And I don't think that Jaedong has actually played a Terran on this map yet. I've seen him go against Protoss. I've seen him go against I think, on this map. I don't think he's played a Terran. Definitely hasn't played Flash on this map. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the strategies that these guys will go for. I think Flash's Expo build might be a bit risky on this map, seeing as though it is 2-player. Jaedong could just always go in with a Zergling all-in or something and just run by and end it with that. I'll see what these guys are going for. The Overlord coming up. Let's see if Jaedong goes for his spawning pool or if he decides to expand. As I said earlier, very risky to expand against Flash these days because you might be staring down a bunker if you decide to do that. But looks like, wow, Jaedong is going to go for a 12 hatch. So, interesting. Here comes the barracks for Flash.
Yeah, probably Jaedong apparently thinking of, so it might be a 12 hatch, but Jaedong not generally a guy that's tends to 12 hatch, although, 12 pool, I'm sorry. He is going to go for a 12 pool. 12 pool, 11 extractor, so he just wants to not stay too weak economical behind, but this is a pretty decent build. He's going to have his expansion a bit sooner than Flash, and I think he might be going for 2-base Muta here, and I think 2-base Muta is actually a very smart build to go for on match point, because I've seen Zergs really, despite the fact that this is definitely a Terran-favored map, due to how hard it is for Zerg to go get out a 3rd gas and defend it. Flash sending out his CV scout right now, but a Zerg can definitely take advantage of the natural expansion's weakness to Mutalisk, because if Jaedong goes for 2-base Muta, he's going to be able to harass that natural expansion very hard, because there's a lot of open area. You're going to be forced to put down a bunch of turrets. It's pretty hard to run in your Marines in there, so you might even be forced to put a bunker in there, but still you're going to stay weak. I mean, your main's relatively safe as long as you put a couple of turrets next to your barracks. Your main's going to be fairly safe against Mutalisks, but your natural expo always a little bit vulnerable. The Mutalisks can just run in, pick off all the turrets, and start picking off SCVs en masse. So he's going to be a lair coming up right now, so mining gas at the full front. So that's what I'm expecting to do. I think me and Nukin are going to keep this in short bursts, so at least try if that's possible for us, because sometimes this is over Skype instead of Intro, where basically we want maximum syncage, so we're sacrificing... Yeah, we're sacrificing like small bits of quality for this. So sometimes, occasionally, one of us voices might go all mechanical on us nukes, because especially sometimes might go a little bit wonky.
A robot.
He's a robot. Yeah, might go a bit wonky. So if that happens, we'll just scream at each other to stop talking.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be very interested to see how Jaedong tackles Flash's Expo build, because that's what Flash is going for. He's going straight for his expansion, but Jaedong went for a 12 pull, and I actually haven't seen a Zerg go for a 12 pull against this kind of build from Flash. It's going to get Mutas out a little bit sooner, and he has that second hatchery up, so he's going to be able to pump from 2 hatch. I think he's probably going to stay at 2 hatch. He might throw down another... No, I think he's going to stay at 2 hatch and go for 2 hatch Mutas, but very, very early Mutas. So hopefully flooded that. He was definitely inside the base. He didn't see exactly when that Spire was coming down, but I think he will be smart enough to get down his engineering bay right now and get up some turrets as quickly as possible, seeing as though especially that he's in the dark. Well, he's throwing down his academy, so he's going for his standard play. What Flash usually goes for is to get up his academy, and he gets 2 scans, and then he scans the main to make sure that the Zerg is going for Mutas. Make sure they're going for Mutas, but that cuts it very close, especially with this kind of 12-pull build from Jaedong. This might be a little bit too close for Flash, because the Spire is going to be up soon. I don't see engineering bay just now coming down.
Yeah, I've actually, for a second there, your voice went wonky. It's actually kind of funny, because you start talking, then I lose you for a second, and then it all comes back in one short burst, like a chipmunk. It's actually kind of funky.
Well, I am a DJ.
Yeah, you are indeed a DJ. So, yeah. Thank you for the song to the rap, by the way. Everybody who has enjoyed it, thank you for the nice comments, and thanks to Diggity for lending me his funky Duke-type accent to the Terran cause. But anyway, Engineering Bay is on the way, so he's probably going to have turrets in time as long as he puts them in the right places, which this is Flash, so I assume he will. I've actually seen him once go for a different build to this. He was pretty much, I think he was absolutely sure that his opponent was going to go Mutas, so he actually went eBay instead. Went early eBay. He did not have stim for his Medic Marines, but he had very early weapons one. He had very early turrets, so by the time the Marines came in, he basically... By the time Mutos came in, I'm sorry, he was in there killing them off. And he had Weapons 1 very early, and as soon as Stim hit in, he was walking around with Stim Marines. Weapons 1 upgrade, Stim Marines. Mutos are flying in right now. Not a large number yet from Jaedong. Only three more on the way as reinforcements. And a couple of Zerglings on the side as well, so you might try to go for like a dual attack, move in with Zerglings, try to pick off these turrets. One turret's up, there's a bunker there at the front as well, so the Zerglings are not going to be able to get through. Marines are going to jump out of the bunker, try to engage. This one turret is going to go down, just another comes up. So initial Mutos don't manage this. There are a lot more turrets in place for Flash, so Jaedong has to be very careful with his micromanagement here. Going to go and pick off one. Oh man, he can't one-hit kill SCVs yet, so he's going to... Okay, finally can one-hit kill SCVs, but Medic Marines running in here from the bottom. You see it's kind of a little bit awkward, like this gap. They're kind of open here, so his Mutos really can take a lot of advantage firing on them right now. Medics might not come in and close fire. Jaedong's still doing a pretty decent job with Michael not taking too much damage to his Mutos, but firing. There are two turrets that range him while he expands to the middle only. So he has to be very careful how he uses Mutalisk. Has to continue reinforce and then keep that number up and try to do some economic advantage, just because just taking down the turrets and only taking down the Medic Marines and the turrets is not going to be enough for him. He really has to do some sort of decent economic damage right here.
Yeah, this is a smart build from Jaedong. He's throwing down his third hatch, so he's going to try to keep Flash inside of this base while he expands at the same time. And this could be the perfect counter, but he can't get trapped in by these Medic Marines. Surprisingly, no turrets inside the main for Flash. I don't see a single turret down here. So this could be absolute for Flash. I don't see any more medics for him. Oh, Jaedong is picking at the SCVs, and he's going to be able to deny mining here for a long time, if not win the game with this. It doesn't look like Flash can keep up the Medic and Marine count. Trying to get out some Medic Marines. He's way far away from +1. I didn't even see that Engineering Bay flashing, so I don't think he even was researching. Okay, he's just now researching +1 attack. But it might be a little bit too late. He has to run all of his SCVs back to the refinery, and he still doesn't have a single turret. He's trying to build a turret. Oh, I think Flash was banking on the fact that Jaedong would continue harassing the natural expansion. I don't think it occurred to him that Jaedong would spend most of his time on the main.
Oh!
Bro.
Oh, man.
Left for Flash. This does not look good.
Oh man, the more Mutalisk reinforcements coming in, only 2 Marines on the ground. SCV is being forced to not do anything, and GG from Flash. Oh man, who was expecting this? Who was expecting Jaedong to go for quick 12 pull, getting some Mutas out there and win it with that? Flash didn't even manage to move any Medic Marines out of his base. Wow, Jaedong has come to play. I think Flash definitely was not expecting those Mutas to fly in from below there inside the main. Of course, if Flash almost caught those Mutas in the air, if it managed to do that, Jaedong would have been in a lot of trouble. But Jaedong deciding to take the risk and definitely paying off. Flash, not with any turrets in there, just as Nuke said, definitely banking on the fact that Jaedong would just stay at the natural. Jaedong, wow, look at that look. Oh man, look at that look on his face. You know what happens when Jaedong's looking like that. You know what happens. People die and women wet their pants.
Exactly. Wow, that was almost complete ownage from Jaedong. He had the perfect counter to that build. And it might be very dangerous for Flash to do his build again. His build that he's become famous for, his Fast Expo. So, definitely looking forward to this.
Yeah, still don't think he's going to 14cc, though. That'd just be silly.
Yeah.
Don't go back to the olden days. But yeah, Flash actually looking a little bit worried, while Jaedong's even smiling there a little bit, I think I saw. But both players looking exceedingly tired. So they'll look forward to just finishing this off, I think. Both of them in the end, just going home, taking a nap. We'll see what happens. So that's the first set, guys. GG. And we'll see you in the next one.
GG.